What's going on, everybody? My name is Rashad Taylor. I'm the in-school coordinator at Reynolds High School for Self Enhancement. We wanted to make sure we took this time to shout out some people that have been really doing some great things in our senior class, the class of 2020. It's no big secret right now. These kids from the class of 2020 have kind of gotten the short end of the stick. On top of the fact that they won't get stuff like a graduation or like their, a senior trip that we do annually for Self Enhancement at this point. Small things like being able to go to your prom or being able to go to your ditch day if you have one of those and you were passing classes, and little things that you would never really think of. Some of these students really didn't get an opportunity to do that. So from us at Self Enhancement, we want to make sure that we let them know that we're still thinking about them, that we are still very much in their corner, and we want to shout them out. But the ones I want to shout out are incredibly special to me since I became the coordinator over at Reynolds a little over 3 years ago. And they've really helped build a culture of success at Reynolds, and it's awesome to have them. So I've got my girls, Marche Spencer, Shire Williams, Lavella Johnson, and Sire Sims here to kind of talk a little bit about the SEI journey. Ladies, how's it going?
Good.
Good. Well, I know some of you guys have been in the program since you were in school, and some others really kind of joined a little later. Sierra, tell us about what it's like to be an SEI in a middle school program for a school that it's not really super familiar with SEI.
Being at HB Lee, both me and Lavella went to HB Lee. I think Shai went there 8th grade. Yeah. But it was a different experience. It was a lot of stuff that we had to get used to, but I think that it was a great experience because we weren't used to having Black staff in our building at all. So to finally get some Mr. Phil was great, and it really changed our experience at HB. So
one of the big reasons I asked you guys to be part of this interview is because I really feel like you guys have been responsible for the growth that we've had at Reynolds over the past couple of years. We went from that program that's, just out there, nobody really knows about, until this time next year, we'll be the second biggest school in all of SEI. It'll go Jefferson, then it'll go Reynolds. And a lot of that is based on the work that you guys did. Why was it so important for you guys to be so involved in your school and in SEI?
I think for me, because, I think when I first went to summer SCI, and just how, Reynolds kind of got downplayed. We weren't, anything special. So it was kind of like we're here and we're going to leave our mark.
Yeah. I remember we came in thick that year.
Mm-hmm.
We almost swept the awards. This is all good, though. I'm showing everybody what Reynolds is about.
Yeah.
Sorry, what about you? Because you were part of ASB.
Sire.
Sire. Sire. Because you're part of ASB, you're part of everything in the school. Why was all that stuff so important to you guys?
Mm-hmm. It was important to me to get involved because as a freshman, sophomore, I wasn't, and I kind of saw how our school was going, the direction it was going, and I did not like it. I thought the students of color just needed to have more of a presence in the leadership roles. And I kept trying to get other people to do it, and they wouldn't. So I was like, okay, I'll take it upon myself. And so it was important for me to get in those positions so that when I left, kind of like what Marche said, I would leave a mark on the school and stuff like that.
Shire, you were involved in quietly involved in leadership and quietly just, doing all type of things in the school. You weren't really super high key about stuff. Why were you just so quietly moving and doing all these great things in the school?
Probably because at our school, there's a lot more of us slowly getting involved in things. And I think I was kind of afraid of the judgment from the other students because there weren't a lot of people that look like us that went to our school. And, still being involved in leadership and everything, it's really hard to be known in something at our school when it's hard to even have a position as somebody a person of color, So I think it was just like trying to be involved, but also having my voice heard, but not being judged about it. I think that's.
Lavella, you kind of had your coming out party senior year. You know, you start killing it on the theater aspect of things. And shout out to you being a part of the August Wilson project or monologues and stuff this year. What was it that made you, want to kind of really spread your wings and do so much more this year?
Well, I don't know. It's just like the thrill of everything. Like, I just don't want to be the student who looks back and is like, dang, I wish I would have done that. And I wish I'd have done this wrong. So I was just doing everything that I wanted to do in the meantime.
Marche, my girl, I missed you a lot this year because you, like most people, you started growing up, you matured, you got yourself, a job and everything else like that. How did the job really help you kind of understand what your role as an adult is going to be as you move forward?
Yeah, it opened my eyes a lot. Balancing school and going to work, it was a lot because my teachers were just like, you still got homework to do, and I still got to go to work. So I'm going to have to find a balance. But I think I did a pretty good job. I mean, I maintained my GPA and was getting a check every week. So I think they're good.
Okay. So last couple questions, and I'm going to let y'all go. One, at our annual Lunch and Learn event that we had, our friend and your girl, Sierra Sims, walked away with the Jordan Wing Scholarship, which is a proud moment for all of us. What was even prouder for me was to see how happy her friends genuinely were for her getting this award. Shair, take us back to that day back in February. What was going through your mind when you heard your girl, Shair, had won the award?
I honestly was just like proud of her. I was like, they better call her name. When they were left, I was like, yep, she got it. She got this. And honestly, like, I feel like she honestly truly deserved it. Like, all the hard work paid off, through middle school, coming into high school. Like, it was just like, and seeing her from that person then to now was just like amazing.
Yes. Marche, well, I'm gonna ask you the same question, man. How proud of your friend were you at that point? Because I've been watching the four of you for the past 3 years really build this bond and really do something great at this school and really be the Black girls that are about their business, man. And so, how did it feel to watch, your friend get this huge opportunity for himself?
Yeah, I was proud. I think I was one of the loudest people screaming because I was just proud of her. Sierra has worked hard to get it. And I can see why she won it. She has put in so much hard work and dedication to that. So I was just happy for her, and I know she's going to do great things in the world. So I was just proud of her. I still am.
Shai, take us back to that moment. So now it's November. It's February. You're about to receive this award, man. What's going through your head as they actually call out your name and tell you that you won the Jordan Wing Scholarship?
So it was my birthday that day.
That's right.
So I honestly wasn't even expecting it at all. I was not thinking about that. I was just worried about looking good on my birthday. So when they called my name, and they were like talking about like the award and what it was and stuff like that, I was like, oh my gosh, like I was at a loss for words because I was not expecting that to happen that day at Lunch and Learn and everything. So when they called my name, I was just in shock, and the fact that my mom was there was like even more special for me.
Yeah, I just remember Lavella screaming, "That's my friend! That's my friend!" Yeah, like, that was a super dope moment. As your coordinator, I was really proud of you in that moment because, like everyone keeps saying, you worked incredibly hard for that moment. And I guess my last question for you guys is, now that your journey for self-enhancement is about over, what do you remember most about this program and your experience?
For me, go ahead, Liv.
No, girl, you started.
Okay. For me, what I remember most is how SEI got me out of my shell. Really, I wasn't always like talkative or wanting to be like that. So I like people around my age really that were doing good things allowed me to do great things within my community. And I think that's the biggest takeaway from SEI that I've ever gotten.
That's what's up. Liv, what about you?
My biggest takeaway is just the leadership that I had in this program. Like, I feel like now that I'm entering into the real world, like I have that leadership kind of mentality to carry on with me as I go.
Very good. Marche?
For me, it was just meeting new people. Like, I'm very quiet and I don't like talk. So I was able to, make this awesome friendship with all these girls, and knowing that SCI has pushed me, into my adulthood, knowing that I can go out and get things done by myself.
That's great. And last but certainly not least, my guy Shire. What about you?
It would probably have to be like that there is somebody who looks like me. If they're able to take this leadership and do it themselves, then I can do it, not to give up and keep pushing. And that's something that, I can take with me, like the skills and just things that I've learned.
Absolutely. Well, man, I've learned a great deal from you ladies, and really from your class, even the ones that weren't able to kind of be a part of this kind of podcast thing. But man, I just got to tell you guys, I'm so incredibly proud of you. I've been telling you since really the day we met. I think you're arguably the most talented class that I've ever had in SCI. I've had a lot of senior classes, and you guys are, man, right up there with the very, very best, if not the best. I appreciate your work. It takes a lot for us to really build something great, and that's what we've been doing for the past few years over at Reynolds, is going from that school that nobody knows about to the school people can't stop asking about and wanting to figure out how they can do stuff with, and how they can do stuff with our students. And so, man, I appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate you for letting me be your coordinator. I know it's a tough transition, and you had a tough transition with new coordinators and stuff at a point. So I appreciate y'all for letting me come in and really help you on your journey. I'm super, super proud of you guys, man. You're an amazing group of young people, young ladies, and I wish you guys all the best. And this ain't over for us. This is just me telling you.
I'm about to say, this is sad. Where are we going?
No, I'm just shouting you out. I'm just shouting you out because you deserve it. And I've been telling people for the longest time how dope my caseload is, and now I'm hoping people get a chance to really see it. So again, thank you guys, and I appreciate you, and I love you very much. All right.
Thank you, Mr. Taylor.
Thank you, Mr. Taylor.
Well, I'm saying tricks. I'm real good words. You know what I'm saying? So I will talk to you guys soon, and this should be posted live. So we'll see y'all then. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.